Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester, and thank you for coming on with us on this Monday morning. We're in August, the first Monday of August, so we're moving right along. We appreciate your viewership. Let's take a look at our weather, brought to us by our good friends at Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and his crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. And it's going to be a little windy and rainy, but we're looking at a high today of 89, a low of 79, and our Monday moon phase brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola, good folks down there. Well, I always like to do our moon phase every Monday. We're looking at we had a new moon last night. So we're at that stage. The full moon of August will be 2 weeks from tonight on the 19th. So plan your camping and your fishing trips around that full moon. Okay, our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn, right on 23rd Street. High tide 11:28 this morning, and then low at 9:17. We're getting into some really neat tides from about Wednesday on through Saturday and Sunday. Some really neat tides, so not going to be a lot of tidal movement. So try to fish in tides. You're going to want to go ahead and do it today. Our wind will be coming out of the east about 10 to 15. So keep an eye on this weather and stay safe and stay careful. We'll take a break. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. I want to start off this Monday morning by giving tribute to one of our former ball players, Billy Lessig. When I first got out of college, I got a job over at Rutherford High School. I was JV football coach, a low man on the totem pole. I had a group of young men who just loved football, and I love football, and we just had a great time, great season. I've stayed in contact with those boys over the years, and a lot of them. And Billy was a big old offensive tackle, big old strapping guy, blonde hair, always smiled and everything, and loved outdoors. And over the years, and if you remember, he became a fireman, a career fireman, like several of those boys did, and he ended up 36 years ago. He was hunting and fell out of his tree stand, and paralyzed himself, from waist down. I've had him on his show several years back, and he's still hunting the fish because he could control himself. He had a motorized wheelchair, and he still stayed active. Now he recently passed away. We had the funeral services about 2 weeks ago, and I just wanted to. We talked a lot, and I talked to him on the phone. I got to visit with him before he passed, and it was one of those situations where I knew he was in hospice care, and I was driving, and something tells me, go see Billy. And folks, I did. I went to see him on a Monday afternoon. He passed away on a Tuesday morning, and I got to spend some time with him and pray with him and all. But he was really close to me, and I just wanted to. He wanted me to have one of his deer mounts. John Daniels was good about letting him hunt on his land up there in Jackson County, and here it is. He wanted me. He said, "Coach, I want you to have one of the deer mounts." So I went by the other day, and went by and saw Sherry, and I got the deer mount, and I took it back to my house and put it on in Studio B. Check it out, folks. That's Billy Lessig's deer. He got up there, he was in his wheelchair when he shot it, and he had it mounted. And he wanted me when he passed. He said, "Coach, I want you to have one of my deer heads," and I'm proud to display it on Studio B, and it was real special to me. So I just wanted to my condolences to Sherry and Leslie and the family and good folks, and we're all going to miss him. Just a great guy. 36 years, after his accident, he still stayed active in outdoors. Okay, now moving on. I want to show you another video from the iCast show. And I did this one separate. It's only like a little bit over 3 minutes, and it's what Mason and I consider the best invention. It's called a side sling, and doggone it, it's really nice. And we got to interview the folks, the guy that invented it. Listen to his story on how he invented it, because it ties in with the Florida Panhandle, and it's a great new product. And we had the best time. We went back several times to that table and talked to them, and we awarded them the best of the show on invention. So Jeff, let's run this video. Okay, all right, folks, here we are. We're in the booth, and you know how we always talk about new products. Every year we'll come to the show. This is my favorite new product. Right here we have Jay McGinnis, who actually invented this. This is Jordan here. She's going to help describe it a little bit. But we want to talk to Jay first about the invention. How in the world tell us what it is and how you invented it.
Basically, the side sling is a 4-rod carry. It's for inshore rods and fly rods. It's made out of foam. Basically, about 2 years ago, my brother-in-law and I were down in Destin, Florida. We were getting out of the truck and going to the boat with the kids. He had 4 rods in his left hand, 4 rods in his right hand, and the kids were jumping around. He had a Yeti cooler, and it was a disaster. By the time we got to the boat, they were all tangled up and bent. I was walking behind him. I was like, I'm gonna make a fishing rod carrier that's made out of foam. And I didn't know exactly how I was gonna do it, and I was just playing around with it for 2 years. And then we came up with these L cuts right here. We found the perfect way to store these rods and keep them spaced out and tangle free. It's lightweight and it floats, and that's pretty much in a nutshell. We had to test out a lot of different foams and a lot of different ideas, and we finally came up with something that we're really proud of here in the side sling.
That is awesome. And then back here, see, right here. Tell us about it a little bit.
So the features of side sling, it's very lightweight, it's waterproof, and it floats if you drop it, so nothing tragic is going to happen. There is a lateral carry handle if you need to tote in. If you're fly fishing and walking under trees, you're able to tote your rods this way. It holds fly rods and inshore rods as well. The strap on here is adjustable, so you can adjust it to fit even the biggest, huskiest adult or the smallest child if you want your kids to tote their own rods in. There is a little hole on the side here, and this is to help as a storage solution for your rods. So it fits in with this wall mount that's ergonomic to the hole, and if you're the kind of person that, even if you have your own wall mount system already in your home, we all know you're only going to take maybe your favorite rods or the rods that you need out with you. So if you're hitting it for a weekend, you've gathered the rods that you need, you can just store them in here, and instead of doing the whole unload, reload thing each day, you can just stick this on the wall in the corner of your garage or wherever you want to keep them and hit it in the morning more conveniently. So we like to think we're making your life a little bit easier, and the lifestyle elements surrounding how even the small things like when you're heading out in the morning and how you're choosing to utilize your time in the day when you're going to do what you love to do, fish.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. She's good, isn't she?
She's great.
Listen, what's cool about this is Panhandle Outdoors Shorts, the best new product of the year. Actually developed with incident in Destin, Florida, in our area.
Yes, it was. And the idea came from Destin.
Yeah. I want to congratulate you on it. This is something awesome. Now, tell the folks how can they get it?
So right now we're on the website www.side-sling.com. Of course, Amazon as well. So either of those options are available right now, and we're working hard here at ICAST to get in a store near you.
Okay, well, thank you all very much.
Hey, thank you much. Appreciate you. You know what, you made my day.
Do that.
You made my whole show.
Okay, go on.
That's great.
Okay, welcome back. Folks, get in touch with them. That's a great little invention. I'm going to get me one of them, and maybe get Mason one. Okay, now we've got to move on because they got this video coming up. Had Mike Edwards on the show last week, and talking about it, and people wanted to know, well, how did he do it? I did a video a little while back on him making this fishing tackle. So it's going to be in segments. It's like 30-something minutes. I'm going to show a little 12-minute segment now on him making it. So Jeff, let's go ahead and roll this video. All right, folks, here in Lynn Haven, at the home of Mike Edwards, and we're going to visit with Mike. And a little workshop back here. I've been trying to get him to come on the show for years. I'm coming to him. Now, this is what we're going to talk about. He hand makes these lures. I know it's hard to believe, as good as beautiful they are, but there's some of the wood there. So Mike Edwards, tell us, you've been a builder for a long time, buddy.
Oh yeah, my father started here in '47. I grew up building houses and working with wood, and so this is what I come out here and I play with on rainy days. Yeah. This workshop, folks. I know you guys and ladies are going to look at this workshop. Look at it. All right, we'll come back to deer later because we got to stay focused now. If not, we're going to be here talking about all kind of stuff. So
This is cool. Well, I've seen his work. He's given me some of his lures, and also, what made you start thinking about making lures?
Years ago, I always been fishing on the river, and I just wanted to make a bait that I could fish with myself. Say that I actually made the bait and caught a fish on it.
So you just started putting it away, or what?
Well, I started over here. These are old ones where I first started boxes, and this is where I was learning how to do it. These are some where I had to hand make my own lip. Nowadays I buy them out of a catalog.
You handmade the lip?
Yeah. I had to cut that out and glue those two pieces together and drill an ice screw put in it. This one I wanted to make I wanted to make one that didn't have a lip on it so it'd swim like a minnow. It actually worked. Took it to the Choctahatchee River, caught a fish on it, and retired it after that. See, all these are old ones where I made the lip. They're just nothing.
When did you start making those? How long ago?
Well,
Let's see.
I'm trying to find one. It's a long time ago.
A long time. That's good enough.
Yeah, that's an 01 on the back of that one.
Okay. 20-something years ago. All right. So
I start out with a block of wood. Like
so
this.
what kind of wood you start with using?
I like this red aromatic cedar.
Cedar, red cedar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of smells good.
Uh-huh.
To make cedar chest out of. But it's dense. It's a good wood, easy to work with, and it floats good.
Aha.
That's another reason I like it. But some woods, the grain is real coarse, heavy, and you'll try to work with it and it'll split. This is a piece from an old door jamb of some type. It's some type of mahogany, but it's got the texture of balsa wood. Looks like balsa wood, but it's not. But it's real light too.
So you got your block of wood. So what's your next step? You just start sort of making a form?
Yeah. This is my stencil to get the width just right.
Okay. All right.
I come up here and I get my width. This is how I'm going to make them.
Okay. So that's your width.
And I like the grain of the wood to be horizontal with my bait.
Okay.
I mean with the surface of the water. So now I'm just going to rip this down. It's going to get noisy.
Okay.
Take it like this. Let's see. I put my little pattern that I've made.
That's your pattern then. Okay.
Yeah, after all the years I've been working with it, I've marked where this is. This little place right here is where the eye will go. Then I'll bring it over here.
All right.
Squared up. Now I'll take it over here. And I drill the hole where the eye screw is going to go. This is what helps keep it all lined up together.
Okay, that's cool.
A little Dremel tool in it.
No Dremel. Okay, so now it's sort of rough, so
I'll knock the rough off of it.
okay.
Now I'm going to roll it over.
All right. Oh, that looks good. You're gonna cut the lip out, is that correct?
Right, that's where
Okay. So you can see.
it's setting the saw up, so it'll try to do this to make them all uniform, so they all are the same. And see, I've still got my flat sides.
Okay.
That's why I do it like this, because I've got all my flat sides to clamp it down, and
Okay.
even on here still I got enough flat. Oh, he kind of looks like a minnow.
Look at that. That's beautiful. My little block of wood. There you go. You got the shape. Okay. So
That makes it funny.
okay. So you right now you sort of cutting it in the center.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's your pattern.
That keeps it all the same, because
Okay. So that
Otherwise
sets the
it won't.
blade. I see.
now, this is just my handle to hold on to.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. So
yes, see my pattern should fit right on in there. See, my pattern fits right inside.
okay.
I'll mark how long I want him right here.
So what you did, you marked where the screw's going to go in and the tail.
No,
right?
I marked out how long I want him.
Okay.
I marked the length of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Next, we're going to do that part.
All right.
Now I'm going to chop him off, so I got two halves. There's our two halves.
Okay. 2 halves. All right.
The other thing that the eye screw does, I put my nail in there for when I glue him together. That helps keep him together.
I see. Good.
But now we got to set up a different stage.
That's that carpenter builder coming out in you.
Yeah.
Getting right side of the hole, right side of the nail.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're setting up now. I asked him how he did this. Look here. He's sitting in this chair. What's the story on the chair? That looks comfortable.
This chair, my parents had this chair back when I was a little kid, but I always liked it, and I never would let them throw it away. It works out real good out here in the shop.
I love it. So you got your shop here. Sometimes you watch TV,
Oh yeah.
and then you got your little table here. This is a classic.
And this is the bit I use to drill the eye screws with, but we're on the hollow it out stage now.
Okay.
Got to be able to see. Kind of like the dentist would use to drill your tooth out. It's just a lot bigger. He would use a little tiny one.
That's gonna bring back some bad memories in some folks.
Yeah. Put my eyes back in here. See, and now on the bottom, see, I've got it marked. And I'll mark this thing. That's parts that'll leave solid for the eye screws. I just come in here like this, scribe it. And I got this, an eye screw there, so
Okay, that's where
I'll leave a space on each side of it so it's got some good meat to put the screw in. Do the same to this one. Now it's fixing to get noisy again.
Okay. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's take a quick look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 12:30 to 2:30 this morning, 12:52 to 2:52 tonight. Folks, we've run out of time. What a day. Well, what some great video and some really good stuff. So I want one thing I want you to understand when we do these shows, a lot of times we plan on doing them, but we sort of run out of time, have a lot more stuff to show you. So we want to go ahead and move on. So basically tomorrow I'll have more time to show you some of the other things I talked about. So we appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors as always. One thing I want to mention too, going back to the early things about Billy Lessig, the early part of the show, Billy had an influence on a lot of people, and because of his willingness to keep on keeping on, and he was just a testimonial. And I always enjoyed being around him. So anytime you have someone like that that had a tough break or something, encourage them. Call them or something, but it always helps out. So I'm sure I would always say, do something good for someone else today, phone calls or whatever, just sort of touch base with folks and let them know you care about them and you're going to be thinking about them and praying for them. So have a great day today. Enjoy the outdoors, take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.